What's going on, everybody? Sergeant Major 48 coming back to you. On this vlog, I just want to talk about fishing. I like to fish. Fishing is one of my hobbies, like I said in an earlier video. And fishing is relaxing, it's peaceful, it's a stress reliever, and all that. It's really good. I love to go fishing. So, I just want to talk about like what I use to catch fish, and where I fish at, and all that kind of stuff. I fish out on the Swanee River because the Swanee River is the closest river to me. Um, Not many people fish the Swanee River because um, it's kind of hard to catch a fish in the Swanee due to the fast current and all that kind of stuff. People usually don't even fish there. I personally would like to fish in a pond because it's a lot easier, but I also like a challenge too. So when I'm fishing out on Swanee, I always take at least two poles with me and just a string and fishing string, reel load, breaking string. Um, I use real low breaking string for the brim. I'll either tie the string around my finger, put it on a rock or something like that because they're a lot easier to catch. You can put a cricket on there with a little small hook, about like that big, and throw it out there, and you'll catch a brim anytime. If I want to catch a brim on a reeling rod, I'll use a bitsy minnow, and a bitsy minnow is about that big. It's a little fish that if you reel it in up current, it'll start swimming, and I've had really good success with bitsy minnows. That's pretty much all about brim. Brim, you use crickets. You can use worms if you want to. I don't get too many bites with worms, but crickets and bitsy minnow, I pretty much always get bites. So, and then you always have to fish the river when the river is low. If it's high, you rarely ever catch a fish. So anyway, on to catfish. Catching catfish in the Swanee is pretty difficult because I've only caught a few, and you have to get in a really good, deep area of the river. And that's usually around the bends and all that. And to get to those, you pretty much have to have a boat, and I don't have a boat to get to those parts of the river. So I always fish on a bank. So what I use to catch a catfish is I either take chicken liver or chicken gizzards and put it on a about a size 4, size 5 hook, about a hook that big, and I throw it out there. I try to put a lot of weight on there because of the current of the river. So when you throw your liver out there, you want it to stay in a spot that it hits the water, and you want it to sink because catfish are bottom feeders. So I use chicken liver, chicken gizzards. Chicken gizzards, they're really good to use, but they're really hard to get off your hook. So if you leave it in the water for too long, it's going to be really hard to get it off. So if you want this the easiest way, just use chicken liver. And I sometimes don't even put the liver onto the actual hook by itself. I use it. Take pantyhose, take some pantyhose, put your liver down there and cut it off. Cut the pantyhose, and then tie it up, and then stick that on your hook. That way, the liver and the blood and all that seep out through the pantyhose, and your liver is still intact. It's on your hook and all that. So that's another good tip that if you should try, and let me know in the comments below what you think about that tip. Anyway, on to the next fish. Brim, catfish, and gar. I like to catch gar. If you don't know what a gar is a pretty big fish with a real long mouth and a lot of teeth. I don't think we have alligator gar. I think we just have the regular whatever gar. Anyway, I've caught 2 gar so far up here, and they're really difficult to catch. What I do is I use 80-pound breaking strain, 80-pound test line, spider wire. I use a deep sea tiger rod, and I use about 1.5 to 2 foot long steel leader, and I use a bigger hook. I think it's pretty much the biggest hook you can get, other than being ridiculously big of a hook. I usually get a hook about that big. So what you do with that, you set it all up. Put your leader on, put your hook on, and you gotta catch it. I usually try to catch a brim first. Catch a brim, I cut it in half, put one half of the brim on there, and throw it out there. And you have to wait a little while, a pretty good while, for anything that actually happened. what I do is I set the what's it called? The drag. I set the drag really low. That way, any little bit of movement or anything hits it or anything like that, you'll hear a ding 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 ding. You know, you hear your line moving. So that's what I do, and I've successfully caught 2 gar. So the best way I've seen to do it is whenever your line is going out, I usually pick up my rod, turn off the drag, and as soon as I see the line going up, as soon as I think it's going to stop, you know, and the fish is going to tug at it and stuff like that, that's when I snatch. And both times I've done that, and I've actually caught a gar. If you pull on the rod too early, the gar he'll feel the tension and he'll let go of whatever he has, and then you have to wait another long time for either him or another one to come around and bite it again. So you know, you got to be almost, I won't say this word, precise. You know, yeah, precise. You got to be really precise on and really exact on whenever you pull your rod up. I know there's a bunch of you out there saying, "Oh man, I caught gar all the time." You know, you don't know what you're talking about and all that. This is just from my perspective. This is the easiest way I know how to catch them. So, again, I'm gonna try to get some fishing videos put up for you guys whenever I do go fishing, and I'll show you the catch that I have of that day, and I'll show you my setups and all that. And thanks you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys again. If you like the video, please leave a like, and if you want to, subscribe to my channel. That way any video that I put up that's new, you'll get a notification of it and you can see it right away. Thank you guys so much for watching. Share, like, favorite, and all that good stuff, and see you in the next one.